Wow, World War III has just started and most of you didn't even notice. Remember that big mutiny, that big rebellion that Russia supposedly had? Well, it was a fake. Look at this. Putin has just met with the head of the Wagner group, this Przizin guy. Do you think it was real rebellion? Well, that's because, remember, 2 weeks ago, Russia had a supposed mutiny, and everyone was saying that Putin was fleeing on his little private jet into nowhere because he was scared that, the country was up in a revolt. But I kept on telling you guys, this is probably not true, right? Because everyone thought this Wagner group was having a rebellion inside Russia. See, Wagner is this mercenary group. It's basically paying prisoners and promising them freedom if they fight to the death for their motherland, which is Russia. But I kept on telling you guys, this might be a trick. See, my theory was that this would be a trick and this mutiny could not be trusted. Well, first of all, you'd have to be crazy to basically try to start a mutiny against someone like Putin and the might of the Russian forces, which has 6,000 nuclear warheads, right, and ICBMs and Poseidons with 25,000 troops. And they don't even have nukes or any, they don't even have air support or naval support. So how could the Wagner be in a mutiny? And we saw that within about 18 hours that the mutiny started, the mutiny ended. So how could it be a real mutiny? It was a ploy. And now it's becoming really obvious that what they're trying to do. But who could have told you about this first? Because see, I told you guys, it was all scripted like a Hollywood movie. Basically, the head of Belarus negotiated peace between Putin and the Wagner guy, and now they got all the Wagner troops to go into Belarus, right? Now they have an excuse to go into Belarus, and Belarus is like, well, that's not my army, that's a mercenary army. And now Russia's like, yeah, well, they had a coup, they had a rebellion, you guys reported this yourself, so they don't belong to Russia either. So now you have this Russian private mercenary army inside of Belarus, and look where it is. Kiev is right there. This is about as close to Kiev as you're ever gonna get, right? And look who's next door to them. Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. Do you get what I'm saying here? See, up till now, NATO troops have been going to Ukraine and attacking the Russian side, but they're not wearing NATO uniform. They're wearing mercenary uniform or they're wearing Ukrainian uniform. So there's nothing Russia can do about it. So now Russia flips the table and they're sending in their mercenary troops into Belarus. And now they can attack NATO nations. Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, these are NATO nations, right? But can NATO do anything about it? Well, no. Russia will say they're mercenary. In fact, Putin would just point to all these Western reports and say that you guys are the ones who said it was Wagner holding a uprising or a rebellion. These are the rebels. They're not my troops. So do you think we're inside World War III?